After watching Super Bowl 58, which consisted of lots of great field goal kicks, Lauren and I started to wonder, how hard is it to be an NFL kicker? And although we luckily won't have to experience the insanity of tens of thousands of fans screaming around you as you're feeling the immense pressure of having your multi-million-dollar contract potentially thrown away for missing a crucial kick, we still want to see how hard it actually was to just even make a simple field goal. So, we compiled a list of kicks ranging from a college extra point to Justin Tucker's 66-yard NFL record-setting field goal and headed to our local park that fortunately has field goal posts to see how we compare. Time to take it to the field. Today, Lauren and I are going to see if we have what it takes to become an NFL kicker. Short answer,
no.
But we're gonna try anyways. Alright, even though the original plan was to start with a college extra point, which is from the 10-yard line, we quickly realized during warming up that even this was gonna be a bit of a challenge. So instead, we're starting from the 5-yard line because, in case you didn't already know, the goalposts are 10 feet off the ground and 10 yards back from the goal line at the back of the end zone, since this isn't the 70s or Canadian football, meaning even the ball being placed at the 5 is gonna be a 15-yard kick, and of course you have to get some height underneath it as well. Alright, we're gonna start from the 5, which is a 15-yard kick.
Well, as you can see, I didn't do too well. To be fair though, this is my second time ever kicking a football in my life.
First kick on video. My first kick wasn't too hot either, but by my second kick I did get it. There we go. That was better. And to be fair, I did play kicker in 8th grade, not that that's impressive, but it did teach me kind of how to kick a ball. Obviously my technique isn't that great, and that's probably because I haven't really practiced much since then, and it's already been like 7.5 years, so I definitely need to brush up on my technique. So I have the GoPro on now so you can see what it looks like from our angle, and this is a college extra point, I think high school as well, and I'll explain that in the voiceover. In college and high school, the ball is placed at the 2-yard line, from which the center will then snap it to the holder, who is usually around 7 to 8 yards behind him, to give the kicker both time and space to make sure the ball isn't blocked by the players in front. So although the ball started at the 2-yard line, it is now kicked from about the 10, and as mentioned earlier, the field goal posts are at the back of the end zone, unless you're in Canada, adding another 10 yards, meaning this is a 20-yard kick. Alright, somehow I forgot to record with the camera facing the goalpost, but luckily the GoPro was recording. The first one just barely went in. I made it, but that was terrible. But the second one was a bit better. That was pretty good. Super Bowl 58 just happened, we just watched it. The reason I mentioned that is because the next extra point would be the NFL extra point, which would be on the 22-yard line. But to go up slightly, since we're barely making these, I'm gonna start with Super Bowl 58's kick by Jake Moody that was 27 yards, so that's gonna be on the 17, and he hit it from the right hash mark. In the NFL, the hash marks aren't as far apart, but the field goal posts also aren't as far apart. So to make it more realistic with what we have today, since we have a huge field goal post compared to the NFL, I'm gonna do it from the actual right hash mark here, which I think is a high school hash mark. Oh, it was a decent kick, but it went too far right. I'm gonna try to aim left without doing that annoying soccer kick I've been doing. Got it?
Made it halfway. That's good enough.
Alright, so I'm gonna have to come on here and explain this next clip because the wind totally ruined it. It sounds like this. But basically what I'm saying is we're trying Harrison Butker's 29-yard kick from the left hash mark during Super Bowl 58, and this one actually sent the game into overtime.
If anyone's wondering why I'm not kicking, it's because I need a little break for my foot, because it feels like my foot is gonna fall off.
I made it, but it wasn't a very good kick. I'll do one more. Yeah, well those probably would have got blocked in the Super Bowl, so luckily I'm not the Chiefs kicker. That was a little better. I'm definitely starting to get towards my max, so. I am gonna try from the NFL extra point now. It got changed in 2015. It used to be where the college extra point was, but now it's all the way back on the 22 once they get it to the holder. So we'll see if I can make from there. I'm definitely getting towards my range. I did barely make these NFL extra point ones. Obviously my technique isn't good at all, so my leg was getting all tired, and on top of that, Lauren and I had to chase down the footballs every single time, so that did not help. Next is Tyler Bass, or Tyler Bass, I'm not sure how to say his name, but the missed field goal kicker in the playoffs for the Bills, and you got a lot of death threats for this, so please don't send me death threats because I'm not confident at all about making this. This is a 34-yard line, so 44-yarder. If I make this, I'll impress myself. I think we've answered our question. Our dreams of being NFL kickers definitely in the dust. I don't even know if I'll be able to make this. We'll see. Well, not only did I not make it, but my shoe went about as far as the ball. So I'm sure Bills fans are glad I'm not their kicker.
I thought your shoe was the ball.
I definitely wouldn't help the Bills.
This is what happens when you live in San Diego. I don't even see. Oh, they're helicopters.
Bruh.
Nope.
All right, my hair's probably super messed up, but it really makes you appreciate how good these kickers are in the NFL, because when you're just at home and the only time you see kicking is when you see it on the NFL or in Madden, you don't really realize how far it really is. It's kind of like if all you knew about driving was GTA 5 and NASCAR, and then you try merging on the freeway for the first time in your life. It's kind of how it feels. So everybody that sent Tyler Bass, death threats, whatever, come and try kicking it yourself. And I tried a few more times, but there was no way I was making this kick. At least not with this technique. Nope. Okay, so right now we're at the 45, and you want to explain why?
Super Bowl 58, Jake Moody made a 55-yard kick.
The crazy thing about this, besides the distance, you obviously saw I would be nowhere close. I'd probably hit it to like the 20. But this was the longest kick in Super Bowl history until
Harrison Butker made a 57-yard kick.
So that would be 2 yards back, and he made it towards the left side. So basically the same kick, just a little further back. But to make this in like the biggest game of the year, and then you just broke the guy's record from a few quarters before. I think it was 1 quarter before. That's pretty crazy.
Make it from the 30-yard over there?
Yeah, so there you go. I guess that puts in perspective why people were mad at Bass. But it was also, I think, the wind. It wasn't like he was doing like me where he couldn't even make it. That would look bad.
It's definitely hard. Kind of crazy to send someone death threats because they didn't make a ball in a game. And he deleted his social media. So the second longest NFL kick is 64 yards, and it's by Matt Prater. So 64 yards, let's get that to perspective. So here's the 50, which would be a 60-yarder. Then you go 4 yards back from that. So your own side's 46 right there. The longest NFL kick is actually 66 yards, and it's Justin Tucker in 2021.
So that's 2 yards back. Your own side's 44. So I think that's pretty insane to be like, okay, yeah, we'll just send on the kicking unit, and some guy made it from this far. It did hit the bottom post and then go in, so it didn't seem like it was a kick that would be made every single time. But this is pretty insane to say. I mean, you're closer to your own half.
Do you guys see these goalposts? I don't think they're sideways in the NFL.
Yeah. All right, I think we've established that I can't hit a 44-yarder, but we're just gonna see what my max is at this point. I'm at the 30 right now, so it'll be a 40-yarder. I'll be surprised if I can even make that with how bad I was kicking it before. And this happened. That was so close. That could be my max maybe if I just came and strictly tried for that, because now my leg's getting tired, so I'll use every excuse I can. So of course I had to try a few more, but I was just kicking terribly at this point. So I did move the ball up to the 27, and I was just able to barely squeak that one in. I think I got it, so that's probably about my max. That was a 37-yarder.
I was gonna say my foot's feeling a little better, but it still stings. My big toes like bzzz. Maybe not the best to wear Converse.
After resting my foot for a bit, I wanted to try to kick one in from the 5 again, and I missed it. As you can see, I wasn't putting my all into my kick because I was scared of hurting my foot again. But because I was determined to make it, we moved the ball to the goal line. And finally, I was able to make... Okay, now I have to make it.
All right, since I made it from the 5-yard line, I'm gonna try the 40-yard line because I know I'll be able to make that one.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
No way! Dude, you made it!
Yep.
They need to get signed right now.
Yep, I'm speechless. I can't believe I just made that.
That's crazy far. They need to go for the record now, or is your leg too tired?
I think I'll just stick with the 40-yard line.
Okay. All jokes aside, we did come to the park another day because I want to try again with a better technique after watching some videos. And I did do quite a bit better. You can tell in this video I'm a lot more fluid with my motion. Of course, there's still things that I can correct, but here's a comparison. You can tell on the right I just get a lot more tense. I'm pressing my head down, I'm trying to look at the ball, and my body's all tense looking. So here they are together. Obviously, Lauren and I aren't going to be NFL kickers, but we suggest anybody watching the NFL or thinking it's easy to go try this on their own because it's actually a lot harder than it seems. But thank you for watching, and please subscribe.